So we're going to talk a little bit about seller credits and what's allowed because obviously some things can go wrong. So Beata, let's say your client goes through the walkthrough and something's not right. Like maybe the client notices like the hot water heater isn't functioning properly and they want a repair credit. What happens then?
Well, it depends, like everything else. First, if it's early enough in the and before the closing, there's a chance if it gets reported fast enough to the seller's side, seller's agent, seller's attorney, maybe they can get someone as an emergency basis to get it fixed, and we avoid the credits. And the reason we prefer to avoid the credits is because credits on the final closing statement are very controlled. If it's a cash transaction, we don't worry about credits because there's no third party giving authorization on the figures. So we can add any credits as long as we agree to the amount. Preferably someone has an estimate, someone called someone, we know how much it's going to be. With lender transaction, it just depends. Sometimes we're able to do a holdback to say we are going to figure out how much something costs and we avoid the credit. If we absolutely have to do the credit, sometimes we have to drop a quick addendum to an agreed credit so the lenders can approve it, because unfortunately when lenders are involved, it's a third party. They want to make sure that we are fully disclosed what is getting paid, for what reason, and why, and especially repairs.
As a lender, there are also guidelines to what is allowable for credits. So your down payment will determine the credit that you're allowed to get. Also, as a lender, we don't allow for repair credits. So I see a lot of times 5 days before closing, that the two realtors talked and didn't include the attorneys because the attorneys know there's no repair credits. And they'll say, hey, $5,000 repair credit for the HVAC unit. Well, that would be disastrous if underwriters saw that, because then they'll call for inspections and it can really delay things. In lieu of repair credit, we always want it to just say closing cost credit. It does the same thing. It reduces your amount of money you need to bring to closing, so therefore you can pay for whatever item needs to be repaired. But you're going to be capped. There's certain percentages, like on a 5% down conventional, your credit maximum is 3%. Once you hit that, it has to be a price reduction, or sometimes we can put it in what's called the tax proration. So there's workarounds, but the bottom line is, obviously, if you go to your walkthrough the day before and there are issues, if you don't have a seller credit, we can quickly do that and approve it. But if you're at a max credit to start with on your contract and there's more things wrong, that's where we have to talk about reducing the price or figuring out some other alternative. So that's a little bit about the credits and how they work on the transactions.
Remember, I'm here for all your mortgage needs. While I do renovation lending, I also do move-in ready. So if you're unsure whether you want to get a fixer-upper or a move-in ready, I can handle both. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more news, market updates, and opportunities to save money.